Hey everybody, I'm sorry this took so long to make, but work and college. That's basically it. So, we last left off with the fight against Super Saiyan 5 Full Power, Goku, and Cell. So, let's get into the interaction before we do the fight. What? What the hell? I'm not trying to voice act Cell because, no. I'm horrible at voice acting. So, Cell would be very confused what happened and why Goku has, like, black sclera and golden pupils, and his fur didn't even change, but it just got a darker gray. He would be very confused until he sensed the power level. Let's, let's just say he's 5 times stronger, yeah, in Super Saiyan 5 full power. I don't want to make him as overpowered as possible, but he's still going to be overpowered. So, I'm going to say that since he absorbed a stronger version of androids, Cell is almost as strong as Kid Buu, which is probably the strongest Buu, and Goku's already in the Buu Saga levels, but with this 5 times ant on his Super Saiyan 5 form, let's just say he's stronger than Kid Buu, but not stronger than Janemba. So would feel a little bit terrified because he feels like his life is going to end. Do I think that Goku would joke around and let Cell power up or try to explode the planet when he hits one of the androids out of his stomach? No. This Goku's more serious. So Goku would start fighting Cell, and as soon as he lands one good hit to his stomach, Android 18 is barfed up. And he goes back to his semi-perfect form. I don't know how there can be a semi-perfect form when it's not perfect. So I'm just going to call it his second form because, to be honest, I feel like they did something very bad when they made that form, and named it that way. So we're just going to call it his second form, not his semi-perfect form, because, God, I hate the name. So, would Cell try to expand, charging up the bomb? I would say yes. But would Goku use instant transmission to take him to King Kai's? Well, since this is a stronger version of Cell, I think that he would actually do that, but unlike in the original, he doesn't die. Well, Goku doesn't. Cell, he's still alive, because he has one cell remaining. I'm saying Cell a lot, aren't I? So, Goku would actually sense his energy back on Earth and instant transmission back to fight Cell and finish him off, but Cell is now in his super perfect form, because his body remembered his perfect form. Yeah, I'm trying to make this as quick as possible because, to be honest, I don't like watching long what ifs, so I'm trying to shorten these what if videos down to like 20 minutes or 16 minutes. So, would Goku use a Kamehameha? Yes, he would, but actually there's no but. He would just obliterate Cell, leaving nothing left, because he's in that Janemba range of power where he can fight, and Janemba is probably the strongest villain, so I think Cell is probably, let's say, 40 times weaker than Janemba, and Goku is 20 times weaker than Janemba with his 5 times boost on his Super Saiyan 5 form. So, Cell would get obliterated. Nothing left. And we have this. After that, we have this. Actually, let's say. Would Goku get the credit for it? Yes. So. And in this timeline, there's nobody else that looks like him, so. King Fairy actually knows who he is. So, we have the 7 years of peace until the Buu Saga. Do I think Goku and Vegeta would fight a lot and go? Yes, I do. So, now we're at the... Oh, I need to pause this and look up what time. Okay, I'm back. I had to do some research and move my thing over a bit. My laptop over because it was about to die. So, we're now at the 25 martial arts tournament. 25th martial arts tournament. So, do I think Goku would continue? Yes. And his family. I don't think... Oh, and also, Goten was born, but stronger than usual and with more potential. And since Goku's alive, well, let's wait for the junior division there to explain that. So, yeah, let's do the junior division first. So, we have Trunks and Goten would just go through their competitors and then end up fighting each other. Do I think Trunks would win? No. It's not the original. Since Goku was alive, he was able to train his son to be stronger, and Goku knows how to train right. Vegeta does not. So Gohan, there's so many Go's in the fucking Sen family to get confused by. So, Goten would win this time, not Trunks. Sorry for my confusion about the fucking names, but when a family is full of fucking Go's, you have to lose track sometimes. I don't know how Chi-Chi fucking remembers the names. Sorry, I'm a little ranted, but let's get back to the what if. So, the next fight, let's do the first fight, which... Okay, we're gonna skip to the Videl versus Spokovich fight, because I see that the Krillin versus Pierre and the Supreme Kai versus Piccolo would go the same, so we're skipping to the Videl fight. So, everything would go the same up until Gohan gets angry, like very angry. It makes his power level much stronger, and he's much stronger than the original Gohan during the Buu Saga, even without Mystic. So, but Gohan would get calmed down a bit by his father, because, he does not want to get disqualified, and Goku probably explains that in the semifinals, you will probably fight Spokovich, so save your anger. Better way to put it. Fuck. Okay, we're at the next fight, which is Kibito versus Gohan. So, as soon as Gohan powers up in his base form, Spokovich and Yamu attack him and take his energy, which is, let's say, probably 75% enough to awaken Buu. So they just need 30% more. So the Z Fighters follow Spokovich and Yamu to Babbidi's ship. And they see Deborah outside with Babbidi. And it was stated that Deborah is equal to Perfect Cell, so I'm going to say that this Deborah is... I said Cell was like... How many times stronger than I said it was? Sorry, I lose track of shit. Ow. So, I'm just gonna say he's the same strength. So when they fight after Deborah kills Kibito Kai, do I see that he gets killed by Gohan, Goku, or Vegeta? Yes. And did I forget to mention that Krillin and Piccolo are actually stronger and faster now because Goku's stronger, Vegeta is stronger, and Gohan is stronger. So, well, Krillin not so much. He slacked off on his training because family man. But Piccolo, no, he did not. I think he would be like 2 times weaker than Gohan because in my head I think Gohan is like 5 times stronger than Boo, and which is 100 times weaker than Janemba. So he would be in the Kid Boo range. So, and as soon as would Vegeta get controlled? No. He had a lot of fights with Goku over the 7 years. He's not feeling anything. Well, and put it to a person's standpoint, he's content. And he had that revelation that Goku is the strongest, far faster than original. So, would I think that Babidi would get like 30% more energy? Because, no. They would go through the ship, kill all of his servants, including that freaking monster, whatever the fuck his name was. I always forget his. Okay, and they would make it to Babidi. But I see Babidi waking up Boo far faster because, let's say they did get 10% more energy for Boo, but I'm going to say he can awaken Boo with either 80% or 100%. So, he's at 80% with Majin Buu's egg. So, Boo wakes up, but much weaker. It's not 100% full, so he's like, I'm going to say, 20 times weaker than original. But that's where his ability comes. I see that Goku would fight Boo first, and he would see that Goku's more like a naughty... Well, Boo's more like a naughty child that doesn't know anything better. And he's just following what he says. So, Goku would probably power down, well, his strength, dropping out of Super Saiyan 5 full power. Well, actually, he was just in base, which is Super Saiyan 5. So, Goku would say, you know what? Get stronger. And don't listen to that chameleon-looking guy. Yes, he looks like a chameleon to me. I'll give it to Dragon Ball Bridge for saying that shit. He is a chameleon. So, do I see... Actually, let's counter what I said about giving Boo time. I think he would just get angry in the fight for not being able to land a hit and getting hit. So I think Evil Boo would come out, and they would be confused and start fighting each other. But until Good Boo shoots a candy ray at Evil Boo. He blows it back, devouring him and becomes Super Boo. Do I think Gohan and Piccolo and Gotenks gets absorbed? Yes. But you have to remember, this Piccolo and this Gohan are much stronger than Kid Boo at this point because of Goku. So, I think Gohan would probably, well, Buhan would probably be, like, let's say, 3 times stronger than Kid Boo. Original Kid Boo. Would Goku and Vegeta have to fuse? No. Do I see Vegeta getting absorbed? Probably. He would. Because I'm going to say this Vegeta's probably a little less. Didn't notice Gohan and Piccolo getting absorbed by Boo, so Boo would absorb Vegeta, making him like, let's say Vegeta was like 10 times stronger than Majin Buu, so he's like 15 times stronger. So, would I see Goku doing the Vegeta thing where he covered himself in ki, went inside Boo's stomach, and brought everybody out, including Fat Boo? Yes, I do. Because I'm going to say that I said during the Cell Saga he was like 20 times weaker than Janemba. I'm going to say he's now 5 times weaker because of the constant 7-year training. And, well, he also was training Goten, so he's a little bit weaker too. And Janemba's, I've said it once and I'm not going to say it again. Janemba's just Janemba. A fucking freak. And one of my favorite villains, so don't be surprised if I bring him into this wave. So after Goku does that, Kid Buu is released. And do I see Goku using a Spirit Bomb? That's for you guys to decide, because I think in Super Saiyan 5 he cannot use a Spirit Bomb because Rage. The form is Rage. Well, Super Saiyan 4 was actually sentimental to get it. I think you just have to train to get Super Saiyan 5, but since this Goku was born in it, he might have a little tainted, but so he can't use Super Saiyan 5. Actually, I'm gonna counter that and say he can, because killing Buu with Super Saiyan 5 is like part of the... Super Saiyan... killing Buu with the Spirit Bomb is like one of the most beautiful and awesome things I've seen in Dragon Ball. So I'm gonna say he can use the Spirit Bomb, because I'm pretty sure I said he could use the Nimbus, which requires a pure heart to ride it. In Super Saiyan 5, the Spirit Bomb also requires a pure heart. So, Buu gets killed like he does in the original, by Spirit Bomb. But a much weaker one, like only requiring Vegeta, Piccolo's, and Gohan's energy, as well as Vegeta's. So, not the entire planet, just probably 4 people. Yeah, actually just 3 people. So, Buu is taken care of. What should I do for the next part? Just drop your suggestions. Like, should I do the GT or Super?